right, it is August 4th, 2020. It's been quite some time, and here are our shell gingers, and we're going to be taking them over to be planted at the farm. And we have found a home for our shell ginger, and it's right here, as you can see. So one thing I want to show you guys is check this pot out. So this plant's rhizomes are pushing out so strongly that they are literally splitting this pot. So I'm gonna have a heck of a time yanking him out of here. So I gave up on yanking him out of that pot, and I wound up cutting him out with these loppers here. And I wanted to show you guys the root system on this thing before I plant it. How beautiful is that? This thing is gonna do great out here. So go ahead and tease some of these roots, and we will get him into the ground. And there we have it, home sweet home. We've got this guy in the ground. I'll come back tomorrow and we'll water the heck out of him to go ahead and encourage those roots to go ahead and spread out. And we'll just let him do his thing, and we'll come back to him in maybe a couple of months.
All right, it's March 22nd, 2021, and it's been almost 8 months since we first brought the shell ginger out here to the farm and put him into the ground. And as you can see here, it is doing really well. And I would assume that is partially due to the fact that there is lots of water here. Also, I've been kind of debating whether to move the shell ginger or some of its rhizomes to another area, because I don't know if I mentioned it on the prior clips, but it is totally in a shaded area with only lots of indirect sunlight, but not so much any direct sunlight. I don't think the sun penetrates too well through these trees here, but maybe it does. Anyhow, the shell ginger seems to be doing perfectly fine. The only reason I'm considering that is because I don't see any blooms on it yet, and blooms tend to well, I was going to say blooms tend to come out because of the sun, but that's not true, because plants also bloom at night, and I would think that's because of the moon. But like I said, I probably will take some rhizomes here in the near future, maybe in a couple of months, and propagate the shell ginger, moving some of it into a direct sunlit area so that we can see the difference between pretty much shaded shell gingers and shell gingers that are in direct sunlight, pretty much exposed to the sun all day. In the future, I will be showing you what this plant's blooms look like. Although I can show you what they look like out there somewhere out in the wild, I really prefer to have these shell gingers right here bloom so that we can keep it authentic to the experience of actually growing these plants. Watering was pretty much all I did to it. So a very easy grow, but at the same time, not all gingers grow the same. Lots of them like more nutrition than others, and others do perfectly fine without too much nutrition. Like I said, we'll be back here in the future to see what it looks like when it eventually sends off some blooms, but it looks great. I'm happy with how it looks. It is totally just starting to take off and bring off these larger stalks here, just like this one here. So you see a lot of the smaller ones in there, the original ones, and then there are these big ones. That is actually the telltale sign of this ginger being able to adapt to this environment really well. So thanks for watching, guys. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments. I can only share what I've experienced. Lots of info out there for all you guys. Feel free to ask, and like I said, I'll answer them to the best of my experiences. All right, thank you guys.